Hey, what's up? I hope you're good. Remy JK and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about something that is interesting to me and something that I've learned in my long-term relationship. So I'll be basically sharing advice on the things that I've learned and the things that are benefiting me. So let's get straight into it. Like, the first thing that I want you to know is that when you're in a relationship, basically you should try by all means to like escape comfort or escape being comfortable, basically. I remember back when I was dating, like with my ex, I feel like comfort or being too comfortable was the one thing that made our relationship go south, because I was too comfortable. What do I mean by being comfortable? Like, when you're comfortable, you're someone who like isn't setting goals or isn't striving or putting in the same effort as they were when things were still starting out. So you know that when you're still pursuing someone, or when you think the relationship is gonna become meaningful or it's gonna become something great, you know that you put in maximum effort. And from us as gents, we come up with plans to like see the person. We come up with plans or the times of like when we're gonna meet, what we're gonna do, and all of those things. Are more direct and coming up with plans or putting in more effort to make sure that all things goes according to plan. Not to plan, but you basically put on more effort to make things happen. So in a relationship also, you must make sure that you continue to do those things, basically. So that's the advice that I want to share. Like, continue applying the same effort, putting in the same effort that you did when you're still pursuing that person. And then you should also make sure that you continue to set goals. Like, by this I mean that when you jump into a relationship, like, there are things that inspire you to like date that person, or whether like drives or they're like goals, whether those things are subconscious or conscious to you. They're like some things that motivate you to go to that person. Or like, for example, it may be treats, or like, you may see that person as a caring person, you may see them acting in a certain way. There must be something, whether it's physical or like it's their beauty, physical attraction, physical attributes, all those things. Like, there's always something that motivates you to like go to a person. So there always comes a time where like, if those goals that you set for yourself are like below par, or are things that can be easily accomplished, or like, you must always make sure that there's something that you're pushing towards, or instead of like being relaxed. But for example, like, if this is a basic example, but I hope it'll get the message across. For example, if your goal, for example, for you to date that person was like to kiss them, after kissing them, what's gonna motivate you to like keep showing up to like seeing that person, keep showing up to like dates, keep showing up on like socials, talking to that person? Like, what would inspire you basically to be there? Nothing in this context. So you must make sure that you continue to set goals. The goals you set can be simple things. For example, they can include things like improving your communication skills if they suck, or if the other person says you need to do more in that area, you can consult with your partner and then talk through it. You can talk through it. Or another thing you can improve is like your emotional intelligence, or how you relate to the other person emotionally, how you understand the other person's emotions and how they act, their behavior, and things like that. Oftentimes in a relationship, there comes a time where like we just are undecisive. For example, if your partner asks you, which of these two dresses should I pick? Where you may give answers like, I feel like those two dresses look good on you. I feel like you're beautiful enough to look good in any of those dresses. So whatever option you choose, man, I'm cool with it. Or if they ask you which restaurant should we eat at, and you tell her, any restaurant you choose is cool with me, or like those kind of answers. When she asks you about anything, you must avoid doing that as a gent. More importantly, you must always seek to be more direct, or give more direct answers. When she asks you which of these two do you want, always be sure to give her one answer, because most of the time when they ask you, they're without a clue, or when they're like clueless, they need you to help out, and then you're basically not helping out by not giving direct answers. The other important advice that I also want to share is that you should always understand that the butterflies in the stomach fades away with time, or like the spark, what most people call the spark, or like in the end that spark goes down. When the spark goes down, doesn't mean that the relationship or the love for your love for the other person has died, or that their love for you has died. It's normal, and in most cases this can take 2 years, and for some people it can take 2 months, some people it can take however long. It varies from one relationship to the next. Make sure that you stay there when things get boring, and things will get exciting again, because everything is like a roller coaster, just like your emotions. You can't really feel happy always, or there are times where you're just like cool, sometimes you're a little bit stressed, and all of those things. Another thing that I also want to advise you on is like normalize confronting issues that may serve as barriers in your relationship. By this I mean like there are some minor simple things that can really ruin a relationship if they persist for a long time without there being someone in a relationship that confronts those things, or talks about those things, or brings up those things. Something as simple as a case can like ruin a relationship. For example, imagine a situation whereby you have a partner who kind of cares, right? And then the partner continues to do the same thing over and over again, and you as the other partner are not bringing up the situation, like say, this is how I want you to kiss me, I don't feel like you're doing this right, and all of those things. That if they continue, if the situation carries on for a long time, the relationship may end up going south, when that thing can be easily fixed. Or like, for example, if you want your partner to communicate to you in a certain way, and they continue to do the wrong thing, and you're not telling them that they should do the right things or how to do the right things. I feel like that's not an easy thing to do, but I feel like it's an important thing. Like, and another thing on top of that I also want to add is that you must create or normalize having an environment that is safe to like confront these issues. About like, you must always be the one person that introduces these issues and normalize this thing of like confronting issues. If there's something bothering you, like always try to always share with your partner and see how y'all can work through it. And then on top of that, or the one thing that I want to share that will seal off this video is like, as the gent, most importantly, you must learn to listen. Because I feel like in situations where people are angry or people are emotional, they always want to share what's in their hearts without really giving the other person an opportunity to like share what's on their hearts too. Also try not to be irrational, because I feel like most gents, like it's easy for most gents to like get angry, and sometimes when they get angry it's like their fault, and then the girls are always confused, like, why are you even angry? Because you're the one who caused all the commotion, all the drama, and then now you're acting up and all of those things. So as a gent, I feel like you must always learn to listen and make sure that your partner feels heard. And this also applies to the girls, like always make sure that the other person feels heard, that you listen to whatever they're saying, and you're always open to like hearing them out. This video serves as a trailer of what's to come. So on the next episode of the Everything Grove podcast, we'll be talking about topics like this with my guests. So I can't wait to see you on that. If you liked this video, consider liking it, clicking the like button, subscribing, and then sharing it with your closest friends and your closest whomevers. And have yourself a beautiful day. Cheers.